Welcome to TalkersandGeeks.com reviews. Justin here. Today I'll be reviewing the Walking Dead game Michonne. This is another spin-off to the Walking Dead Telltale series, and you guys, it's available on PSN, Xbox One, and PC at the moment for the price of $14.99. Here's a brief synopsis of the game. The Walking Dead Michonne stars the iconic character from the comic book series, haunted by her past and coping with unimaginable loss and regret. The story explores her untold journey during the time between issues 126 and 139 when Michonne went missing and just left. So, how does this hold up compared to the other entries of The Walking Dead? You can't really compare this one because I will say this to fans right now. If you're looking for that type of Clementine feel where you are able to make your decisions and overall like the feel that Clementine and the emotion that Clementine gave you, you might be a little bit disappointed because Michonne's story is kind of self-contained because it's kind of telling you a tie-in to what happened to her during the comic book series. And since she's an actual comic book character, there has to be some type of restrictions on what she's able to do and what she's able to handle and what situations she's gonna go through. So with that said, if you're expecting something more original like Clementine and what Clementine offers, you might be a little bit let down, but that doesn't mean anything. This actually means that her story is a little bit more self-contained and it focuses more on who Michonne is. It's a character study piece, and that's something I was actually looking forward to learn more about Michonne, what drives her, what's her demons, because she's always been to me like this silent type of guardian when she was first introduced in the comics, and now she's really becoming this vulnerable woman that a lot of people can relate to, and you see a woman who's really just, she's hurt, she's driven by this decision that she's made, and it's something that I really did enjoy in the first episode, and something I think Into Deep captures very well is capturing who Michonne is, what's driving her, what's haunting her, and how she's going to get over this. And you're going to find that out throughout, hopefully, episode 2 and 3. The game actually contains a lot of action, quick time event sequences, which is much more easy to do than compared to season 2, and it's more easier compared to 400 Days. They really are more lenient with the puzzles. There's really not much puzzles and things to figure out. This one's very straightforward to the point. It's more focused on story than having you things figure out, and you really only make one huge big decision in the game, but it's a big one. I would say my only complaints with the game so far is that the supporting characters around Michonne are kind of bland, and me personally, I didn't connect to them yet. Only one character I actually did connect with was, I forgot his name, forgive me. It's the guy that Michonne is paired up with. And he has this story of him looking for his friends. And I resonated to that because in this type of zombie apocalypse, you want to find the people that you love. You want to find the people that's close to you. You want to make sure everybody's alright. And he's hell-bent regardless on finding these people. And he's so optimistic in this zombie world. And that's something I really did resonate with. One other gripe I have, and this is just with The Walking Dead in general, it seems that all the villains are the same governor type of format here. Even in this, we have this governor type of society where we have one or two people that rule over this community. And their excuse is always for doing these horrible things is that we're trying to protect our own, we're trying to keep it safe. You see it with the governor, you see it with Negan, you're seeing it's becoming very one note. And I would like to see more villains with a little bit more without that governor type of format. And I would like to see a villain that actually is a little bit more compelling. It's not that the villains were amiss with me. It just seems like, okay, we've seen this before with the governor. And if you read the comics, you've seen something similar with this with Negan. These people so far is not as bad as those two. But you can tell that they have their own dictatorship and their own rules and their own stronghold and fists on these people. And it was kind of like, oh, here we go again. The same villain over and over. Supporting cast, like I said, I just felt like some of the characters were very bland and didn't really connect with them that well. Voice acting is great. I thought performances were really well done. It really captures that tone, that spirit. The music, once again, is knocked out of the park and really captures that emotion. And the graphics and the animation and the facial structure on Michonne, when she's going through her pain, you feel it. And like I said, this game captures that type of spirit. It captures the character. It captures that. So if you're looking for a good character study or a good character-driven game, this definitely is the Telltale game for you. It's not as free, I would say free roamish, not even free roamish, I would say not as free when it comes to options that are really going to affect the story compared to Clementine's journey. This is more of a self-contained story, which is just showing you what happened to Michonne during a certain period of time. If that's not your thing, well, hate to break it to you, that's so far what episode 1 is. But you do have that one big decision, which it was a doozy, but it's really good game, you guys. So I'm definitely recommend The Walking Dead Michonne for Walking Dead fans and for Michonne fans. This is a nice character study. You get to see the strong woman being vulnerable, and that's something I definitely resonated with. That's something I thought was brilliant, and it's just really well detailed writing. A little bit bland with the villains. It's the same one-note governor type of villains that we've seen countless times, and some of the certain supporting characters I felt fell a little bit flat and I couldn't connect with them. But hey, there's always episode 2 and 3 to change that. So this is Justin from TacosTheGeeks.com. I'm going to be giving The Walking Dead game Michonne a 8.0 out of 10. And if you guys like letters, a B-. This is Justin saying, later days.